Hey everyone, the Motivational Professor here, and we are going to do our update on our WTI Crude Oil Analysis. This has been an amazing moneymaker, but for every one of my videos, we will always start with a motivational quote. That way, if you're brand new or you're experienced, you stay focused. And today's quote is on your screen. As you can see there, the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus, by Bruce Lee. And to be a long-term trader, again, myself being in the game for almost 7 years, of course, there's going to be peaks and valleys, but it's staying focused on what your goals are and staying open-minded to always learn something new each and every day. So that said, let's go ahead and jump into the chart. I'm going to move myself over here, get rid of this. And as you can see here now, we are on the 15-minute chart, okay? We are about to hit our very first major target. Now, we have been scalping this in multiple directions. We talked about this on yesterday's video, right? All of these areas here. I'm going to go ahead and swap green. Let's make this a Christmas theme today. Right, all these areas here, right? We took that level of support and we were able to ride it up and make some profits. On the top side, right, we took at this area up here, and that was our area of resistance, and we took our sells down from there. So that being said, now the biggest thing I want you to look at is that we still have this major gap that's sitting right in here. Let me actually bring that back here for a minute. So you can see here that we have this major gap still sitting right in this area right here. Let me grab a arrow in case you cannot see that, right? It is sitting right there. Switch this over to red, right? So that gap that was created Sunday created a huge gap that obviously has not been filled from last Sunday, not this Sunday, last Sunday. So we are eventually going to close that gap. This is why 80% of what I'm trading this week is going to be crude oil. Have had a super nice day today with gold as well and some US 30 that I gave you on the analysis. But this video, I simply want to just give you some things to consider for your trading plan as you move forward if you trade crude oil, okay? So we're going to kind of go back up here and let me move this. Let's go back in here because we're going to kind of focus in on what's going to happen next, right? So this yo-yo effect obviously cannot continue the entire way. There will be a breakout. So what you want to look for here, okay, so as we move forward down, is we want to look for a move like this, something that closes, then comes back up to retest this area, and then kind of continues down. And I'm going to give you zones here in just a minute, so stick with me. This will be a shorter video just to give you massive value, okay? Keep in mind that here, okay, we had this. Let me go ahead and just close this out for a minute. Right here, we had this touch where price bounced up, right? I think we can all see that right here. So again, that would be an area that I would focus on, and I'll grab a rectangle. Okay, this would be an area that I would focus on, and you can see there, I have an alert sitting right there, because again, we could see that price coming back to that area and retesting that area, right? So that would be the next level. Once we break this, I'm going to say 79.64 on TradingView, we are going to head down into this $79 a barrel price range. Then what we want to look for there, and I'll make this smaller, is, I like to trade zone to zone. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to keep walking this down as we go here. We go back up, we come back down, right? Now, if you're aggressive and you want to take a buying opportunity just based on this thing, I would caution you there, and I'm going to kind of go out to the 4-hour time frame just to show you that. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the drawings just so you can kind of see where we are at, okay? So if you look here, where price bounced off before, which is right here, is also acting as a good area of both support and resistance. So this is why I want to caution you that you might see price come down to here. You are going to see price come back to this section right here. And I'm going to be wrapping up with this, okay, which is about our, let's call it 79 even, okay, a nice whole number. And so we might see that initial bounce up, okay? So whether you trade both sides of the trade, buys and sells, or you're just going to be kind of jaded to just the sells. Again, I'm 80% on sells, maybe scalping 20, 30 cents at a time with buys. Then if you are going to say, hey, I'm only going to look for selling opportunity, then keep in mind that this is what you want to see, right? We have our zone, 79. We want to see price maybe break down to, 30, 40 cents lower, come back up, and then take us back down, okay? Now remember, this is the 50-day moving average. So if this average, continues to move, let's say, in this direction, you're going to expect some type of resistance as the moving averages do, as you can see right here to the opposite side, okay? As you can see down here to the top side. So understanding that there is a gap that needs to close here, we need to go from here to here, okay? So that is not going to just happen overnight unless there's some obviously news that gets there, but we will close this money gap. And so thank you for those of you that have messaged me that have already taken some of these sells. You've been profitable. That's awesome. Congratulations. Even if you're trading small sizes, again, we all started at some point. So that's kind of the outlook for crude oil. Again, this would be maybe a short-term buying opportunity back up, depending if we can see liquidity up there. If not, look for that break and retest so that price can eventually come on down and close this gap. We are talking about, we're talking about 70, we still got a good 400 points to 500 points to go. So there is a lot of moolah to be made just on crude oil. So I usually look at pairs for the week. I pick my 2 or 3 and I stick with them the entire week because I want to see how they move and what have you. So thank you for watching. If you got some value, this video will only focus in on crude oil. If you want another pair traded or talked about, definitely let me know in the comments. You can type that in there and I'll do some analysis for it if we get to it at the course of the week, or we'll create some small shorts videos for you as well. And pretty soon we're going to be kind of opening up our community here. So again, if you're brand new, definitely subscribe. And also the most important thing is to hit that notifications bell, because if I do a live analysis or I send out a video and you're not notified, you might get it hours later and then maybe miss the move. For example, this move right here. Okay, thanks for watching and have a great day.